Hey there, this is Lori Howard of LoriHowardCoaching.com. I'm the creator of the Discover Your Perfect Career program and founder of Lori Howard Coaching. And I'm back to share with you another tip to help you discover what is your perfect career. So as I was going through some old notes, I found this slide that I had used in a workshop a few years ago, and it's still something very relevant today. One of the things I've discovered that people tend to overlook or just not even give consideration to when they're trying to figure out what is a job that they would love to do is to sit down and think about what are the roles and relationships they prefer on the job in a work environment. So we all have roles that we tend to thrive in or that we really are just drawn to and engaged by. And there is no right or wrong in this list of roles, but it's important that you think about what roles interest and engage you. So I'm going to run through this list. This list is compiled from the work that I've done with clients for more than 10 years now. And these are all roles that they have identified at some point or another. And so I want to talk you through a couple of these. So first, to think about, do you want to be a leader or do you want to be a follower? Do you want to be the one with the ideas, the idea person, the initiator with the vision, or do you want to be following someone else who has those? Or maybe you want to be both. Many of my clients want a combination of these. So they want to be a leader and a follower. So they don't want to be the only one in charge. And think of this in context, not just of the job, but also in the industry you're in. What role do you want to have in your industry? Do you want to be a teammate, a collaborator? Would you prefer to be a manager where you have direct responsibility for a staff? Do you want to be the executive, the person with whom the buck stops? Who's leading and initiating and developing and communicating a vision and inspiring staff? Or maybe like you decide you want to be the owner, the person who is ultimately responsible for everything and who makes all the decisions and does the work. Well, not all owners do all the work. That's only if you're a sole proprietor that you end up doing the bulk of the work, unless you work with others in some of these capacities. Perhaps you hire consultants. Perhaps you want to work with consultants, or you want to be the consultant, the person who's sought out as an expert, hired, and then you get to go move on to a new project and a whole new experience. Or maybe you want to be kind of an internal consultant and become the go-to person on a certain subject. Maybe you want to become the go-to person in your industry. Maybe you want to be a learner. Many, most if not all of my clients have learner on their list. They want to constantly be learning and growing, either in their industry or on the job. So they may be leaders and learners, executives and learners, as well as teammate learner. Is learner something you really want to be and a role you like to perform? Do you want to be a support person or a helper, someone who's behind the scenes making sure everything goes smoothly or is supporting the bigger vision? Maybe you want to be a coach or a mentor. Maybe you want to have a coach or you want to be a mentee, which is someone who has a mentor. So maybe you want both. Maybe you want to be in a position where you're coaching and mentoring others, but you also are receiving coaching, either internally or externally, within your profession or within your job. A lot of my clients love to be researchers. They want to make sure they have time to get their hands on a new subject and just immerse themselves in that. Is that something you enjoy? Do you like to work together with other people all the time? Do you prefer some autonomy? Do you like it to be a mix where you have some autonomy within the team but also contribute to a team? Those are all valid roles, and you want to think about what it is you truly want and what would help you thrive in your career and in the work that you do. Do you want to be a trailblazer? Person who's out front with the ideas, initiating things. Maybe you're creating new things. Maybe you want to be the person who implements, who takes the ideas from someone else and makes it happen. Maybe you want to be both. Do you want to be someone who follows established processes and grows from there? Or do you want to be someone who really establishes new process and then passes it on? Maybe you want to be a combination of these things. Coordinator, expert, we've talked about those. Do you want to be a teacher or trainer? So many of my learners like to teach and train. Designer, do you want to be a decision maker? Is there a certain kind of decision you want to make? Organizer, facilitator, do you want to be perceived and treated like a partner, where everyone is treated as if their role is of equal contribution? Are you a person who is already known as a relationship builder? Do you want to be a relationship builder where you bring that skill to the work that you do? Do you want to be a socializer? And a socializer is just someone who really likes to connect with other people directly. A connector then is someone who has connections and then they go, oh, Sally and Bob should meet. I'll connect them. That's what a connector does. So relationship builder, socializer, and connector are different things, but they're all interrelated. So I would encourage you to sit down and take a look at this list. Think about what are the roles you prefer to play when you're at work, and on what kind of subjects, and what kind of roles you would prefer in your career. This is one of the most valuable things you can identify about yourself to help you identify your perfect career and your perfect job. Now, if you found this training helpful and you're at a place right now where you're really thinking, I would really love to figure out what is a perfect career for me, then I invite you to take this free training where I'm going to share with you the 5 steps my clients take to find their perfect career. All you need to do is go to LoriHowardCoaching.com and you can watch the video right there.